Welcome to this RTS Anatomy of a Hit Love Island special. What was it about Love Island that made you think, I must commission this show?
I thought what I need is something big and of scale and volume, multiple episodes stripped across a week. So I sort of had a mini tender process to not that many companies, a handful of companies, and asked them to all come in and pitch. And Love Island was one of them. And in the end, I went for Love Island because I thought our audience would mean something to them. And of course, exactly the opposite was the case, because it meant nothing to the 16 to 34 audience, and it only meant something to me. So yeah, I perversely commissioned it for all the wrong reasons. But what I knew was if we could get it right, and that's the position we're in now, it could be ITV2's Big Brother. And of course, last year, it actually beat Big Brother.
What was it that attracted you to presenting the show?
My agent said, I've got a couple of offers for you. And one of them was X Factor. And it was when I got offered the X Factor to do the main show. And the other one was Love Island, but he said, you won't be able to do both because they run at the same time. And I said, well, I can't really not do the X Factor. I've been, I'd done X Factor for years. I said, but I'm not doing Love Island because it was one of my favourite shows when it was on. So we worked it out and I begged Simon Cowell and he promised me a jet, actually, to get back and forth. That jet turned into a 4 a.m. EasyJet flight from Manchester every week. And so it was the love of the show beforehand.
How do you get these fantastic characters, and how do you also
It's a hard job, isn't it?
them?
It's a really difficult job. You have to meet a lot of very good-looking people.
Yeah. I think what makes it harder as well is that in the back of your mind you do have to be thinking we are matchmaking, so that sort of has to be there. And as with any reality show, you are looking for those big personalities, you're looking for people who you think will engage the audience and take them along with them as they watch their love lives unfold, but you're also looking for people who you know are going to be, or you think are going to be, open and honest about their feelings, and that's actually much harder than it sounds.
And what about the app? Because that was quite key, wasn't it, in the success of the show this year?
I think the app is just a huge part of the show. It's great for us. When you're working on social media, you've got so much noise when you're trying to put out a message and you're trying to fight against people's family, friends, other brands, stuff like that. When you've got your app, you've got your condensed feed for the superfans who can consume everything that they want in the one place undistracted. The other really important thing that the app delivers is the ability to vote and impact on the show. And that's such an important part when you're watching and you've got your opinion, you feel you can actually have your voice heard.
How important is it to be able to sell a series like this to an international audience?
We're so lucky to have a format like this. I mean, it's great. It's really important for ITV as a whole because, as a brand, it's something that can really define us. And I think it becomes a show like this becomes your calling card, really. But for us, it's our priority, it's our baby. And I think this is the year where we're really going to see it, hopefully become that global brand that I think it's already got.
This is a real case study for all of those naysayers that say 16 to 34s don't watch telly. It's bollocks, isn't it? Because they're watching this.
Yeah.
The thing that we work really hard to do together as a whole is to not patronise the audience. That's the worst thing we could do. And actually, in a way, not keep thinking about it's a 16 to 34 audience. Keep the eye on the prize is making the best TV programme possible.
Yeah. Favourite moment of Love Island from last series?
I think mine had to be the postcard. It was just so big.
Yeah.
And it was really strange because I was actually involved in that and I came in one morning and it's just a testament to how much things change.
Yeah.
Walked in the office, had a post-it, see me in the office, I was like, oh shit, what's happening?
What have I done?
And it was Andy going, can you make me a postcard? What's a postcard for? And yeah, transpired that they needed to make that and that went in and just the impact it had, even watching, we were all just glued to the live monitors in our offices as it was.
They kept missing it. They kept it got thrown under the door, and they kept walking past it. You have to go in and get it back out and throw it back under the door again.
I'm watching Camilla and Johnny break up on my own in a hotel lobby, crying, and the hotel receptionist is just like, who is this girl? What's she doing? So that sticks out to me not as a nice moment, but such a memorable moment for the show. And I loved when they do their declarations at the end. That gets me every time, goosebumps. Yeah.
It's really hard. I think the Stormzy moment probably was amazing.
When you're working on a hit show, there's nothing else like it. It's such an amazing feeling. I remember the first series. I've got a couple of kids. I remember all the parents were like, oh, God, what are you doing? I went, oh, God, I'm going to make Love Island. By the third series, they're all going, oh my God, so you know what happened last night? And I'm like, oh my God, it's changed, hasn't it? And so actually the fact that everybody wants to talk about it, the fact that you are responsible for something that is really making people happy, making people talk about it, making people shout at the telly because they don't agree. There's nothing else like it. So if you want to work in factual entertainment and you can get yourself anywhere near a hit, there's honestly nothing like it.
Now it's a bit more mainstream. how are you going to avoid people who just want to become famous?
What we ask of the viewers is that they look at those relationships and sort of work out which ones they do think are real. You know, at the heart of the format is who's there for love and who is playing a game. And so I think that hopefully the show itself will figure out who those people are, and potentially they won't necessarily last the distance in the same way.
Fantastic. Well, please put your hands together for our amazing panel.